Hello everybody, it's Reenie Beanie here and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lovely little prison build in Prison Architect. It's a lovely little speed build because I find watching people build a prison and all the planning and everything, it just takes forever. This is like a 2 hour at least. I think it was maybe even closer to 3 hour process, sped up. So yeah, this would have been like so many episodes or something like that of this Prison Architect series just mashed into one episode so we could get in there and actually enjoy playing Prison Architect if that's something you want to see. If not, we've just built a prison because I enjoy building a prison, and you know what, I'll probably try and keep 2 versions of this prison, one for streaming and then one for having on the YouTube channel because it is a max security prison, or at least that was my idea. So right now we are building this bit, and this is our protective custody little wing thing we have here, and I started to get some prisoners in this prison after I finished recording it because, you know, I thought, well, if we get the first lot of prisoners in, then we're not waiting around. And oh my gosh, they are interesting prisoners. We've already managed to fill up this Supermax section that you haven't even planned yet or anything. It's crazy. It's already full. I mean, it's not a massive one. You could hold 34 prisoners and we're already full. So yeah, I need to expand the prison pretty much straight away when we get into playing it. So yeah, this whole thing was just a nice way to get us back into Prison Architect. I had to remove all of my mods that I had in because they were not working, and I am running the new update with the people where people can climb the walls. So hopefully this prison is nice and secure. I have had a couple of people attempt to escape, but that's more because they got some keys and were just trying to run out. So yeah, as you can see, we've planned out where the staff area was the first bit we planned, and we planned the protective custody area, and we have planned Supermax, and now this is our maximum security wing where the majority of our prisoners are going to be, kind of. I would say that, but right now I can see the majority of our prisoners becoming Supermax prisoners. It's fine, because I put in the thing of the attack staff that get moved up, and if they murdered and serious injury, I've taken out attack staff now because that was just getting ridiculous. You know, most of them were ending up in Supermax. So yeah, that's just where we go from there. Well, as you can see, we're making slightly nicer cells than usual, than the basics, because I like to have a shower in the cell. And because I have the shower in the cell, I like to have all the other things. Like, they have a bookcase in there, and the Supermax ones have a TV and stuff because they spend a lot more time. Well, the idea is they're going to spend a lot more time in their cells than the Max set guys. Here we are, we're just watching bits of it get built because it's all now planned. And you can see how annoyingly the women build in this sometimes. It's kind of crazy, they just go a little bit mad, and I do get some more workmen. I think I ended up with 60 workmen in the process of building all of this, and my aim for this series, if it does become one, is to get us back into the green. Because at the end of the process we end up being like 1.4 million in debt after everything is furnished and built. So yeah, there is an awful lot of money that has been spent, so I thought it would be quite a cool challenge to see if we can get this prison to be profitable. Though we are going to have to expand it, so we're going to end up even more in debt and stuff in the future. Now, I was trying to use a new piping thing that I've never really used before to try and prevent tunneling being so easy. I don't know if it's going to work or what, but hey. Water reaches all of the cells. It's run for a bit, I've built all the cells, water gets to everywhere. I've also, after this all got finished and the people finished, I added sprinklers. into each of the generator rooms and into each of the kitchens, because I've had one too many fires that have gone horribly wrong in this game. So yeah, and we also do all the research and everything before we get back into the game. It is, when we play this, if it does become a series, it is just going to be running prisoners and enjoying our prisoners' daily life. So here we are watching them building all these pipes. There's no point queuing up massive amounts of jobs for them. The pipes was enough. Next thing we queue up is all the walls that we're planning, and I also try to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Look at that queue of trucks waiting to come in. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool watching it go this fast, really. It's just a prison being built super fast. So yeah. And then as we expand the prison, we might add in like medium security and low security. Maybe on the other side of the road might be a good way to do it. Because they are a good way to boost up your numbers, like medium security especially. And there's still a little bit of a challenge, you get a bit of peace and quiet over there. I ran this game for probably half an hour. We had one small riot, we had 5 or 6, no, maybe about 10 deaths, It's kind of crazy, and I might see if some of the mods are working. I want to get the snitch sorter back, because that is the most annoying thing, is it's just they go after those snitches, and because we're doing max security, you can't see what they are most of the time. They'll come in with unknown reputations, so, and that's it's a bit of a risk sometimes to take that. So yeah, but we're just getting all these basic rooms in so we can clone them, basically. So yeah, we're just getting in all these little basic bits. Each canteen is now, because how small some of these canteens are, they're probably not big enough really to support the population. So if we do expand this, we are going to have to get I think we'll probably get a big max set canteen with toilets and dry items in, just to keep them a little bit happier. I was going to see how we could do it without having those things in, but it's really not planning out very well right now. So just putting in all these staff toilets, because the staff always need the toilet and a little staff kitchen. Though I realised I could have just put a load of sinks in and one cocoa on fridge to make it a functional room. Would have probably been the better thing to do, but it's fine. It's just so they don't have to take all those trays so far. So we're getting into all this cloning. There is a lot of it to do. And luckily I don't mess up too badly with all the cloning, because it's nothing worse than putting a clone spot in the wrong bit. I think I only do it like 2 or 3 times, so it could have gone a lot worse. And then I realised, oh, I didn't build cells going this way, how foolish of me. Also, I do sometimes pause it and I'm like, oh yeah, I wasn't going to pause it so it would actually build while I'm doing all of this. Because there's nothing worse than waiting for things to happen. So yeah, we're just getting in the yards for each of them. They've got some pretty decent sized yards for the size of prison, really. It's not a very efficient prison number wise, but it seems to be quite an efficient prison for movement. I've got to say, everyone seems to be able to get around quite nicely staff-wise and stuff like that. Seems to have worked out. We're just putting in all of these floors now. Because why not have a load of flooring? And then it's another bit that loads of building work has to get done, We're making our little workmen work really hard. And this is the first time I put benches in the yard, and actually they work out quite well. And because we've got the research done for each of the rooms, it means they can build them straight in there without having to worry. And I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a pain. I do like reassign what some of the rooms are and everything, because I realised, oh yeah, I needed an infirmary for each of these wings and stuff like that. So a lot of it does change and stuff while we do these bits. I realised that I wanted another canteen in that area because the other one's a bit small for all those cells. So we're just getting in all these objects now, getting the functional rooms in and lighting up everywhere. I do switch around those two because I was like, hang on, the workshop's bigger than the classroom here. That's not right. That's not how it should be. And Supermax get a chapel. I think they're the only people who have a chapel right now. But with expansions, we can make sure each of them have rooms that do each of the things. Gotta say, you can tell kind of how scatterbrained this is at times, building in here. We're just doing what we can when we can, and oh yeah, we've got some janitors now, so the prison is getting cleaned while we do this as well. It looks pretty good. We're just adding in all the appointment and patrol routes, and we're pretty much at the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this speed build of a Prison Architect prison. If you want to see like a proper series on Prison Architect, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do it. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.